Hey guys, welcome back to Life After Neverland, and we are coming back with another Big Brother 22 update video. Are you excited?
More than excited.
So in our last video, we talked about who we wanted to come back. Well, now the rumor mills have been flying. There have been some hints. A lot of stuff's on the internet right now. I've been following it, and now today, we have what we can pretty much lock down as some pretty good guesses as who's coming back in All-Star Season 2. And the way I did this was I looked at the CBS production jobs that they just released in numerous cities for a CBS casting. What they do every season is they release these one-day production gigs for some freelance videographers to go out and film the house guests getting their key, where they lift the beach towel and they're like, I have a key, I had no idea this was here. Who is this random guy in our yard with a camera? I had no idea why he was here. My mind's blown.
Yeah. Hey, good investigative work, Sean.
Thank you.
So where do they go? What cities?
First, I'm going to give you the cities. Then I'm going to give you the past Big Brother house guests that live in those cities. And what you'll find is a lot of these names showed up in our last video.
They did?
Yes.
I have no idea.
All right, so first city, Miami. Do you know who lives in Miami, Florida?
I'm going to guess Josh.
Josh is in fact in Miami, Florida. Already confirmed. Hints everywhere. In fact, there are even some rumors flying around from Evil Dick's Twitter account that he knows from his inner network of friends that Josh has been calling other house guests trying to form an alliance before the show.
Oh, that's not cool, Josh. That doesn't make me happy, Josh. Although Josh was on my list, I wouldn't put it past Josh to do that, though.
But don't worry, there are some other house guests that are doing the same thing.
Leave it to Evil Dick on a side note to call them out on that, because I'm sure it's not the first time this has happened with house guests. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he hates Josh, Paul, Cody, and he's always calling all of them out on Twitter.
Paul? I'd love to talk to the Evil Dick one day, have a cup of tea.
Oh, Evil Dick hates Paul.
Or a fireball. Anyway, talk to me.
San Diego.
San Diego. I don't know.
None other than my choice from last episode, Casey. Probably one of the most dominant female players ever to play Big Brother. Lives in San Diego, California.
Casey is a must.
Yep.
She has to be on this.
Detroit. This is a big one. Detroit.
Is it one of our guesses?
Yes.
Mine or yours?
I can't remember who we guessed.
Okay, go.
Dan.
Dan? Neither one of us asked for Dan, and I think Dan's a great choice.
Everyone's freaking out because I think no one thought Dan would do it. But it's been confirmed through rumors that Dan accepted, and on Dan's live streaming show that he does for the last 3 years, one of his fans asked him, hey Dan, what's your streaming schedule for the next couple weeks look like? And Dan was like, why do you ask that? Like, it totally tripped him up. And the reason why that person asked is because they had heard that he was going to be going to sequester, because these guys, if they're going to be in the Big Brother, they're going to be flying to sequester in the next week. So whatever they normally have planned is going to get put on hold. Hence Dan's live stream. That fan totally caught him off guard, and he was deer in the headlights for a few seconds. It was really funny.
Dan Giesling, right? Giesling?
Yeah. If you go on Twitter and look up the hashtag BB22 and scroll a little bit, you'll find that video. It's pretty entertaining.
Dan is the most amazing Big Brother player, and I'm sad that I didn't have him on my list. I like the lineup so far. Who else do you have?
Also in Detroit is Nicole. Not Nicole, America's Favorite House Guest from last season, but the Nicole from, I think, Big Brother 16.
Coconuts?
Yes.
Coconuts.
Fruit Loop Dingus.
Fruit Loop Dingus Nicole.
and she was on my list. All right, next city, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Can I say it?
Minneapolis.
Next city, Minneapolis. And this one is huge.
Huge.
So who did I say in our last video would be amazing to go up against Casey?
Paul?
Janelle. Janelle took a picture of her yoga pants, and they had one big star on it, and all she said was, it feels good to be sitting out in the rain drinking coffee or wine or something. But everyone interpreted that to be all star. She had a star on her pants. It was like she was hinting to her fans that she was going to be on Big Brother.
Janelle is one of the most epic BB players in my opinion. I just never would have thought, same with Dan. I just never would think that, because the two of them are so mature at this point. Like, they're so much older. I would think that that would not be their cup of tea anymore in their life. Like, that ship has sailed. Two of, I guess, the top 5 most epic players on BB already, possibly on this list. This is going to be an awesome BB22.
Now we travel over to Houston. Who do you think lives in Houston? This was on your list.
Oh, it was on my list? I was going to say Hayden, because I've heard some buzz about Hayden. He wasn't on my list.
Hayden does not live in Houston, but Haley does.
Haley! Woo! Yeah, girl, yeah.
So yeah, Haley, there was a lot of reactions when I was reading up on Haley. Half people were excited, half people were like, but why? I think Haley's awesome. 2 honorable mentions who also live in Houston would be Ian, which I would like to see Ian come back, and Mr. Cliff Hogg.
Cliff?
I had my full dose of Cliff, I think, last season. I would be okay. If out of those 3, I think I would like to see Ian, then Haley, then Cliff.
I would actually like to see Haley, since you asked, in this order. Haley, Cliff, and then Ian. I have no feelings about Ian whatsoever.
You know, he was fun to watch.
I really don't remember Ian that much, but the only thing I do remember is that he won. So it would be nice to see Ian again.
There's actually quite a few winners on this list. Now we're going to bounce over to Trenton.
Trenton. Where's Trenton?
New Jersey.
Oh.
The most popular person, I think, from Trenton is Enzo.
So it's so funny because that's the name of our dog. And he's another one I don't remember that much. You guys, please forgive me. Like with Ian, I vaguely remember Enzo.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Also, Christy is from New Jersey.
Christy Murphy?
Christy, Tommy, and Natalie.
Is it Natalie James Natalie?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are all the 4 people that live in Trenton, but Enzo seems to be the popular pick. And then
really?
And then Christy is the second most popular pick.
Christy, I thought I was on my own island with Christy, so that makes me happy.
I think Christy had a lot of fans, and they say that Enzo might be a little too aged to come back for an All-Star season, but I don't think that Big Brother... I think Big Brother's trying to keep an open playbook for everything.
That might be nice for Cliff. Not saying that, you know, Janelle, Dan, or Enzo are old by any means, but it might be nice for Cliff to have people like around, like that are more mature, have a family,
people
instead
who
of a
have
bunch of Instagram stars that are in their 20s and completely and utterly immature.
Yeah. Anyone else who can get a senior citizen cup of coffee. Here's the polarizing one. Queens, New York. 2 people. You should
Paul.
Paul and?
Paul. Nicole.
Yep.
Nicole! Wait, was this Nicole's dance, guys? Was she doing that?
I think
Nicole Anthony!
Yeah, Nicole Anthony and Paul both pretty much confirmed to be on this season, which will be a lot of fun. I know Paul's got a lot of haters out there. I'm not one of them. I love Paul.
Yeah, I like Paul.
I think that he's a great player, and I'd like to see him, you know, I'd like to see him make it further than 2 second-place finishes in a row. I mean, most of these names are already confirmed. This is going to be a badass season. We're going to shoot over to Savannah, Georgia. There's 2. One of these is confirmed.
I don't necessarily know where everybody's from. I'm just kind of going off of their personalities, so I have no clue on
this is going to be Shelly.
I don't remember Shelly.
And Tyler. So Shelly and Tyler. Tyler's already confirmed. A lot of questions were, is Tyler going to come with Angela? And it's split down the middle. They think it'd be interesting to have a couple come back into the house. But Tyler's also said in interviews that if he came back to Big Brother, he'd like to come back by himself. He doesn't want to be tied into with Angela.
Showmance.
Yeah.
Yes, Tyler, come back without a showmance. That would rock.
He is coming back, and he might be coming back with the next city, Dallas, Texas. Dallas has 2 popular Big Brother players, Kat and Cody. Now, I did read that there was some drama with Cody. I guess he has said some negative things about CBS, so he might be. But Kat is all up CBS's butt, so there's a strong chance we could see Kat come back.
Kat? Why not Kemi? I'd rather Kemi than Kat, BB. I wasn't a Kat fan
I think it's because those bitches are conspiring against her.
Maybe we'll see a different Kat, just like we might, maybe, if Christy comes, see a different Christy.
Well, here's what's funny, because even though we have a lot in common, a lot of times we're rooting for different Big Brother people. I loved Kat. I thought Kat was super smart, and I think she was playing the dumb card most of the time, but she was very intuitive. She was picking up on stuff. When someone was saying something weird, she was like, in the diary room, she's like, that didn't seem right, and she would be right on. I'm like, okay, she's socially intelligent, but she plays the dits. I love Kat. I'd love to see her come back again.
I'll give Kat another chance. Now, I gotta say something about Cody. Cody was connected with Zach, right?
Right.
So maybe because, see, Zach and Cody have the same problem. So Cody was saying things about CBS as well?
I was trying to dig up the dirt, and unfortunately, before we had to record, I couldn't find it. All I know, I saw someone on Twitter say the beef with Cody and CBS will probably eliminate him from the list. And I tried to find out what they're referring to, and as of right now, I don't know what it is. I'll try to find it for our next video.
I do feel like the girls were a big fan of Cody, like women. Let me know in the comments down below.
And the final city is Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's funny because I picked what I thought was a random name, and there's only one person from Big Brother history from Raleigh.
Who?
Christmas.
What?
She didn't get a fair shake because she hurt her knee during the season, so that makes me happy because in our last video I said I would like Christmas to come back because I feel like she would be really good at the game and she didn't get a fair chance. So
have you heard other people talking about Christmas at all?
No, just this guy right here because I'm smart like that.
That's awesome. I don't feel like I've heard other people suggest maybe Christmas coming back, so you calling that and her maybe being on the show, that's pretty awesome.
Yep, and that's it for the cities that we know for sure. There was one that popped up yesterday, so they're still doing some last minute production stuff. However, I have a few other names. I didn't write Derek down here, but Derek is definitely confirmed. And he's been messing with people on Twitter. He said, you know, he shared Big Brother's tweet or someone's tweet and he put fake news. We all know that he's coming back. It's been confirmed through numerous sources. And there is another rumor that Derek and Dan have been talking together and forming their secret alliance before the show starts.
Of course they are, especially with these all-stars here. I mean, when you're starting with a brand new cast, they don't even know each other. These people actually know each other.
Yep, Derek and Dan, two juggernauts of the game, forming an alliance together.
If you put Paul in the mix, oh my gosh. But the thing is when they go in, they are going to have such big targets on their back because they are extremely strong players, those three dudes right there.
Another confirmed couple that came out on social media was Swaggy and Bailey. What'd they call themselves?
Really? I don't know what they called each other.
They have a name,
They combined their names together.
I don't remember what it
Swaggly.
is. Swaggly.
Corinne came up with it. You're welcome.
They've been hardcore on social media. They've been trying really hard to get their popularity boosted. So here they come. What would be interesting is if Swaggy and Bailey came back and Tyler and Angela came back and you had two couples, so that would kind of balance it out a little bit.
I wonder if they are going to do couples. I'm not a fan of the coupling. Sorry. I hate it when you bring couples into the game, but maybe Swaggly will be okay. Who knows?
A gift circulated that was Zingbot coming out of the eviction door doing the Mama Day impersonation.
What?
And so that
Davon?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Davon.
And so that has been widely accepted as a huge hint that Mama Day is coming back. And then I saw that all over the place when I typed in BB22 Mama Day. There's been tons of reports that she's coming back. So right now the timeline is the last week of July. They would have to be in sequester this week if Big Brother is going to start the last week of July. Or if they do next week, it'll be the first week of August. So we're looking at the last week of July, first week of August. Expect to see the official cast list next week. That's what rumors are saying.
You guys, I cannot wait until the end of July. I have to wait that long, but beggars can't be choosers. If BB22 is going to happen, which I feel like it's definitely going to happen, thank you, sweet little baby Jesus, because I have been wanting BB this summer. I'm dying because we don't have it right now, so better to have it than not at all.
And CBS came out and, I guess they were saying that they were very frustrated that their cast list got leaked before we had all this stuff to go off of. The cast list was already pretty much leaked and they were frustrated about it, which kind of is... Ladies and gentlemen, this is Simba. That pretty much confirms that Big Brother is happening, because why would they be upset about the cast list being leaked if there was no cast list to leak? And my last question is for you, Miss Corinne.
Oh, I have a question.
A lot of people are demanding, not requesting, not asking, but demanding that the key wheel is returned to the game. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I like the key wheel. Just because for me, I'm all about classic BB. Okay, let's bring back the classic. We've got all-stars, all that good stuff. Let's make it classic. And you know what would be fun? Is they pulled out some of those old games that they used to play back in the beginning. Let's do some old BB stuff. Bring it on back.
And I agree, but not for the sake that I feel like it's classic BB, but for the sake that I felt it was a better nomination ceremony. It was more suspenseful. If you were 100% sure they're gonna nominate, you know, Dan, and Dan's key gets pulled, you're like, oh, who did they pick? It didn't pick Dan, you know? The new way of doing it takes that fun out, so.
I agree.
Bring back the nomination wheel. Everyone's asking for it, Big Brother. And until our next video, with more release information, more breaking news, thank you for tuning in. Life After Neverland, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's buckle up those seatbelts and get ready for a fantastic Big Brother 22 season.
And if we missed anyone, and you have some inside info, leave a comment down below, you guys. Let us know if there's anyone you're super excited to see, and if there's anyone on this list that makes you want to go like this.